So did you know that Social Security is not meant to replace 100% of your income once you retire? So if you would like to supplement Social Security, or maybe you want to supplement a pension, or maybe you have a business and you know you're going to have income coming from a business, if you want to supplement that income with $2,000 a month, what would you need to do to get there? And so following the 4% rule, you would need $600,000 invested at retirement or at that time to be able to pull out $2,000 a month to live on for at least 30 years. And in most situations, historically, that money kept growing, and so it could have gone on forever. And so depending on how much time you have or how much time you want to take, the amount that you need to invest, of course, is very different. So if you have 50 years, then you only need to invest $88 a month if you get an average return of 8%. If you want to only invest for 40 years, then, by the way, this is assuming that you do not have any money invested or saved at this point. So if you wanted to be able to get to that point within 40 years, you would need to invest $251 per month for 40 years at a 7% interest rate. So I did 7 and 8 because those are kind of good numbers to use when you're kind of looking at this stuff. If you wanted to have that money in 30 years, then you would need to up those monthly contributions to $442 a month if you ended up getting an 8% annual average return. If you wanted to be able to do it within only 20 years, then you would need to be investing $1,220 a month if you were getting a 7% average return. If you wanted to do it in only 10 years, you would need to invest $3,452 a month for 10 years at 8%. And if you wanted to do it in only 5 years, you would need to invest $8,695 a month for 5 years at 7%. And looking at the visual, you can see that if you invested, if it was 50 years, you would only have to contribute $52,800 total, and then you would still have $600,000 in the end because of the miracle compound interest. If you instead waited and you only had 5 years to invest, you would be contributing $521,700 of that $600,000. And so depending when you start determines how much you're actually contributing to that full total. So if you had 20 years, you would contribute just under half of the money that you would have in the end. So the earlier you start, the less you're going to have to contribute.